Brandon Simmons here. I'm with Steve Trang. He is the Real Estate Disruptors podcast host. He's partners with Masterminds and Max Cash Offers, and also is the broker for Stunning Homes.
Yep.
Right. And one of the real estate companies that actually allow wholesalers to work. Thanks for jumping on here. What I wanted to talk about real quick is how Masterminds has helped you. We're in a mastermind together.
Uh-huh.
In what ways has that mastermind helped you in your business?
Well, that mastermind helped me a lot in that I got to connect and network with some of the biggest players, not in Phoenix, not just in Phoenix, but across the country. In fact, just had our party, a birthday party this past weekend, and many of them were there, and many of them I didn't know until I met them in your mastermind.
That's awesome. In what ways has the mastermind, or being part of the mastermind or networking, specifically helped in like your real estate business and with your podcasting that you're doing too?
Well, I can say masterminding has been tremendously helpful for me for many, many years. I first got into coaching around 2011, 2012. And that in coaching is great because you meet, you're learning from the guy on the stage, but you're also meeting the guys at the bars or at lunch, and you're picking their minds. So it wasn't like a true mastermind. It wasn't designed to be a mastermind, but being in coaching, it became, you surround yourself with some of the players that are doing what you want to do, and you're able to ask them questions. And it slowly evolved into a mastermind. And that's one mastermind I was in. I'm in two other traditional real estate masterminds. The one I look forward the most to is your mastermind. But being in a mastermind, you get to learn what other people are doing, what's succeeding for them, that you can go ahead and add into your business and implement and pass off to your business partner, Max, and have it make it happen.
Well, I think that's one of the biggest things that I've seen with your skyrocketing rise in success too, is one of the fastest implementers.
Yeah.
It's really important, and I think that's what I have coaching students, and one of the things, especially my new students, it's always like the analysis paralysis. That they're frozen sometimes to even take that first step.
Yeah.
So how do you push through that?
I don't see any other option. So if I want to be successful,
that's the decision.
I have to do it. If it's working for somebody, we have to do it. So the question isn't whether we should do it, it's when do we do it, right? We got to prioritize. The problem is not, for me, is not how do I get started on this one thing. For me, the challenge is I've got these 15, 20 amazing ideas. Which one do I start first?
Right.
I think for me, the great benefit I have is that I'm surrounded by amazing people that work with me. And if it weren't for that, it wouldn't happen. I mean, the Max Cash Offers, we took off in April of last year. Is when I first started actively wholesaling. I was passively wholesaling up until that point, and it's because I partnered with an amazing implementer.
Yeah.
Right. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't be able to do what we've done.
Well, it's I've heard it say it's complementary relationship.
Yep.
And some of the best business partnerships are the ones who think differently and do things differently. And I think that's one of the things that you guys have done very well. And I think that you have a lot of the same issues that a lot of us entrepreneurs have. We have all these great ideas. How do we narrow them down and get really focused on
it's
that?
It's a buffet. Where do we start?
Yeah. And a lot of students too, they I can do this marketing. So a lot of times I tell them, just try to focus on one or two things and just do that really well before you expand.
100%.
So.
Yeah. It's really easy to want to do 5 or 6 different things, and you're going to end up doing none of them well.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
So you got to pick one and go deep. Maybe get a second one and go deep, so you can afford to hire somebody, and then you can start looking at other options.
In what ways has Masterminds given you the shortcut?
It's just the simple things. I could say Jesse Burrell in our mastermind, he's the one that helped us implement texting. Right? If it weren't for Jesse, we would have discovered Leisure, but eventually.
Yeah.
But how much longer would it have been until we started texting? The sales, Pace is the one that introduced us to Sandler.
Yeah.
Well, how long would it have taken for us to learn about Sandler and how we implement it in our business? So it's just you may figure it out eventually, but man, it's a lot better to learn it a lot sooner than having to figure out on your own.
And have real friends that are in the business doing what you're doing and picking up a phone and just saying, hey, I'm stuck. Right. Or I got a question. And that lifeline is amazing. So.
Yeah, and that was, it was funny. You came in and asked me about Google Forms, right?
Yes.
And then Jesse asked you about Google Forms. Like, go talk to Steve.
Yeah.
And Jesse comes here, and then he moves his license over here, right?
There you go.
So it's this community of sharing knowledge.
There's an abundance out there. So I really do believe that. I think as we figure out a way to, there's going to be reciprocity as we figure out how to help people around us. Mm-hmm. So as we do that and learn to serve, it comes right back to us. So as we, answer questions in forums and help out, we get that reciprocity.
And I think that's important too, right? Is that it's go-giver is a huge mindset, a huge mentality. And I think something that someone has to be careful of joining to a mastermind is you better be prepared to give, because if you're not, the group will kick you out. So you can't be a taker. You will get kicked out. Yeah,
and I think it's important to be vulnerable too sometimes. Mm-hmm. That's the hard for some people, especially us macho dudes that think we have the answers for everything. But thanks for taking your time out of your day and doing this.
Thanks,